Hello YouTube friends, giving you another update here on the Model T delivery car build. Been working on the seat risers, and these are just hard maple. Glued them all up so that way I could have a large enough plank for the front and the rear. And these are just 1/2 inch. And then there is some step bolts that go in the front that hold the front seat riser in place. Originally, those weren't in there, but later on Ford recognized that the front seat was falling apart, and so to solve that, they just made up a little angle iron bracket there so that way it could be secured correctly. And the rear seat riser is just held on with some flathead wood screws. These are the supports that'll be going up here as well, and that is to support for the seat frame there. And I did make the seat bottom. It's laying over there by the saw there, but getting a little bit more progress done here. One of the other things I did also was had to straighten up the post, so brought in some clamps to bring it in to 46 inches wide, and that way that's going to start giving the form of the delivery car there. So, but it's coming along a little bit piece by piece, but we'll catch up with you again. Here is the seat back parts that I am currently making right now. It's 1 inch hard maple, 2 inches wide, and there is a taper that goes all the way down to 5/8 of an inch, and then it's 2 inches here at 11 1/4, and that's because the seat riser is 11 1/4. And then up here at the top, it tapers up to 7/8, but then there's going to be a 1/4 of an inch notch that's going to be cut out, and that's so that it'll receive the seat back, the headrest part there. So essentially it becomes 5/8 as well at the top, but it's 7/8 first, and then you cut out that 1/4 of an inch. It's 4 inches long there. As you can see, I already cut out one of these, and so the way that these are, they're kind of at an angle, so it sets in the back at an angle for that. But then there'll be some carriage bolts that'll bolt in through the seat riser there as well. Here's some more details on the front pillars here. I'm going to be notching these out, and this will be 3/4 here, and it's 20 inches tall is where that line is. But basically, the 3/4 of an inch, there will be another section that'll rest on top of here, and that is the curve section that will form the C-cab part, so that'll come up and around to the top. And the reason why it's 3/4 is, I don't know if you can remember, there at the top, the roof rails are 3/4, so it has to mate up to that 3/4 section there. And then also this will be notched out as well, this little section here, and that is for the horizontal rib. So that horizontal rib, 3/4 of an inch, but this will be notched out a little bit so it can mate up to that as well. Did get some more dimensions here on the seat frame. One thing that I had to look at was on the plans, the seat frame does not sit flush with those rear pillars. It actually sets in probably about, I don't know, maybe 1/4 of an inch on there. And then of course the bracing goes there as well. So I will make the correct notations for that when I go to cut my pieces for those things as well. Currently I am getting the front seat riser mounted up to the front seat riser floorboard, just making sure everything's flush, and then I will put some screws in the bottom of that to hold it securely in place to the floor there as well. So just another update here, and we will continue on. All right, have some more things I've finished up and completed. I went ahead and got my seat frame pieces all done and secured, and then I also went ahead and started mounting some of my braces here, front seat brace, rear seat brace, so you can see those. And you can kind of see now the profile of where the C-cab part will be coming up. And then here's all that stuff that I was telling you about last time. When I notched this out, took this down to 3/4 of an inch, and then you can see I notched that part there, and that is for that horizontal rib that'll run straight down the side of this here. And then also when we get up at the top, it'll be 3/4 of an inch, and that'll just tie right into the roof rails there as well. So this took quite some time getting all these pieces cut, because we had to get them all routed out there as well with a rabbet detail, so it can receive the seat bottom section that I'll be working on. I did have one, but I wasn't too happy with it, so I'm going to go ahead and remake that and get it exactly where I wanted it. The other thing that I'm working on here is, you can see this is the seat back, and it's basically just 1-inch material here, and it's cut at an angle. When I started mocking this up, I wasn't too happy with the angle of the backrest, and I may make the angle a little bit wider, just so that way it'll give more comfort for driving, just because these things are kind of cramped as far as where the seat backs are. So I may make that a little bit wider, but it's pretty simple. This is your backrest part right here, and this of course will be padded, upholstered, and then there will also be an upholstered seat there. Normally these normally had just kind of like a cushion, and I'm going to do something and try to incorporate some springs in there, so that way it just make it a little bit more comfortable to drive as well. Floor skids, I'm going to be getting these mounted here pretty soon. I'm starting to mount all my hardware, get all that stuff, screws and everything put in, so that way all the holes will be there, and then I'll take everything off, get the stuff painted and stained as we progress here. But just another update there. Hope you have a good day.